everyone, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Today I'm going to be planning the week of May 17th in my memory planner. This is, of course, my Aura Estelle A5 wide cloud planner, and I'm going to be using this kit from Sadie Stickers called Waves. So cute. Foil, silver foil beach kit. This was our very first weekend at the beach, like in bathing suits at the beach. The weather was amazing and we had a blast, so I decided to pull this kit forward. I was originally going to use it for Memorial Day, but the weather does not look so nice for that weekend, so I decided it was more appropriate for this week. Really excited. It is her standard 4-page kit format, which I absolutely love, and all 4 pages are foiled to have this whole functional page. I'm going to try and use some of these icons. You have 3 sets of headers, sidebar stuff, and a bunch of like layering items, and then the date covers, bottom washi, and a bit more functional items. So that is the kit. I'm going to pull out these pages and jump in.
This was just truly the most amazing week. Like, honestly, the weather was so great and we just had such a fun week. So I thought that the stuff from the kit matched really well with the Simply Gilded iridescent ink box. So I pulled in some of the washies from that, and then also these blue date dots from that. So I don't usually use like date dots like this in my memory planner because I find the clear much more practical. But I decided to bring them in this week, and I just think it looks really nice and it's really fun, and it very much leans into the nautical theme of that. That being said, I did have a lot of problems with Wednesday because Wednesday is just such a longer word than the other days, and the spacing is always a little bit funny with that one. But anyway, the way that this comes together is so beautiful, but really just this week was just so much fun. We spent like the whole week outside. The weather was absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, this was our first week where we were at the beach, like in bathing suits. The whole way there, we were like trying to tell the kids that it was going to be too cold to swim still because, you know, we're on the East Coast and we're pretty far north. So the water was freezing, but obviously that disappeared in like 5 seconds. My 5-year-old will like never get out of the pool and or ocean unless you actually make her. So she was just swimming all day, so happy even with the freezing water. The baby really loved the beach. She kept like picking up handful of sand and then like trying to hand it to people, and then also like rubbing it all over herself. And she loves to say the word yucko, but she really likes to make a mess and then say yucko while she's making a mess. It's really cute. And they were just playing in the sand and in the water, and everybody had a really amazing time. It was so much fun, and I'm so glad that I used this kit this weekend because now that we are just on the other side of Memorial Day weekend, and it pretty much rained the whole weekend, so definitely this is much more appropriate for this week, our first beach week. I'm so excited for the summer with the kids being all ages to play at the beach now, since the little one was there last year, but this is like really her first summer at the beach because she was just a baby last year, and she mostly just stayed in the carrier the whole time we would be at the beach. For kind of like ease, but now she can run around and play and smash sandcastles and dip her toes in the ocean and stuff. She was like a little bit, I feel like, I don't know what it is about babies because she has like good balance for her age and everything, and like can fully walk and run and stuff. But like as soon as the water, like the littlest bit of water, the wave splashes onto her legs, she like immediately loses the ability to stand and just kind of falls over. It was really funny, but she wasn't too upset about it or anything. And we dug her a hole so that she could play, and now we're like, okay, we need like a real shovel so that we can like dig the kids a little pool because they really like that as well. And then they all play together, and she also just likes like the amount of freedom we gave her at the beach. Like we were following her obviously to make sure she was okay, but she's like allowed to run around a bit more at the beach, and like no one's like trying to chase her and, you know, pin her in, because like we have this problem in our backyard where she like tries to run down the driveway or into our neighbor's yard or whatever. So she was into the freedom that the beach provided, and we just had a really fun time. Beyond that, we met some new neighbors of ours and played outside with them, and they had kids like very similar age to our kids, so that was really fun. And I saw my childhood best friend, who I have not seen in like since before my baby was born, so in like almost a year and a half, because of she lives out of state, and I saw her for the first time on Friday, and that was so exciting, and very just like super happy that things are kind of, you know, normalizing, etc. And we also took the kids out for breakfast at one of our shore favorites where you can eat outside and everything, and that was really nice. That was only like our second restaurant meal. We've since had another one as well, but so just really exciting to be, you know, back at life, back at the beach, back at all of that fun stuff. And yeah, Anyway, on Monday and Tuesday, actually, the school was closed. The kids didn't have school because of Shavuot. And so I marked that. I just marked the holiday on Monday. I didn't mark it on Monday and Tuesday, but I did mark that school was closed both days. And then my mom actually, she usually babysits for my brother on Mondays, but didn't have to this Monday. So she actually came over and babysat for us instead, which was really nice. She was supposed to come over like after she was done there and have dinner with us, but she was like, oh, can I just come over earlier? And I was like, well, actually, the kids are home from school, so come over whenever you want. So she came over in the morning, which was very convenient because I had my work, which I always have on Monday. And so that was a lot more helpful than coming for dinner. Although, I guess maybe, I don't know if that's less fun or not. Probably like more fun because she gets to play with the kids and stuff. But anyway, I am just like peeling up all of these stickers to like move them up ever so slightly. I had a lot of problems with the spacing this week, and I feel like this spread took me a lot longer to do than a usual spread of mine. I don't know. I was just like being very fussy about the spacing of everything and just very particular, and I wanted to use the layering items, and the kit was like so delicate and beautiful. But anyway, I struggled through a little bit, but I do think it came out really nicely. Anyway, we also all took a walk together, just like kind of around the sort of neighborhood. We do not live in a great neighborhood for walking because it's like super hilly and there are no sidewalks. So, but we did do that, and then we had dinner outside. My mom did not stay for dinner, but we had dinner outside and pretty much just played outside all day. So it was just a really nice night, and a really nice day, and we were outside like pretty much the whole day, which was just really amazing. And I feel like we've had a lot of days like that lately, which I'm thoroughly enjoying because like I feel like I'm usually, especially working from home, I just spend a lot of time inside. So it's been really nice to spend so much time outside, especially with the kids. And then that night, my husband and I actually watched the season finale of The Nevers on HBO Max, which I very, very much enjoyed that show, that series, or the season of it. And yeah, I hope it comes back and stuff. I really, really liked it. Although I did read a review that was just like basically saying it was the same exact plot as season 7 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, except for like set in a different time period. It's set in like the 1800s or whatever. And now that I read that, I can't like unthink it, and I just keep making comparisons in my head to Buffy, which is like pretty much my all-time favorite show ever. So anyway, that I did really enjoy the show though. And then on Tuesday, the kids did not have school again, so I'm using one of these little boxes to mark that. I really wanted to use, like I said, all of the layering items in the kit and like the different elements and just really make it work. But it does mean that I'm going to end up pulling up stickers and putting them back down again, like kind of all week long. So apologies for that. But yeah, like I said, this took me forever. And then I did more work. I think I had just like gotten no, that wasn't this week. I guess I'd been distracted while I was like kind of writing, and so I had to do more editing than I usually did after things went to my editor for what I was working on. But it wasn't a big deal, and it all worked out fine in the end. It just had more work on Tuesday than I usually do. We played outside some more, and then I cut my finger again, the same finger that I had cut a few weeks before that I'd like sliced open. And so I feel like I was wearing a Band-Aid for like almost all of last month on the same finger because I had just cut the same finger twice. And also my foot was really bothering me, and I thought for a minute there I might have gotten a stress fracture, but it's feeling much better. So hopefully it continues to feel better and I don't actually have a stress fracture. It's like a foot that I've previously stress fractured. So on Wednesday, I did some errands. I had a quick work-related call that was just like talking about some work for later in the summer. So that was good. And then I got some poke and I ate it outside, which was super nice. Like I said, major theme for this week, just being outside, doing everything outside, eating outside. We've been having dinner outside a lot. I've been eating lunch outside, just all the outside time. Anyway, I did some filming, and I am using a lot of these new doodle stickers that I got from White Deer Stationery, which I previously hauled, and I just have been really loving those. And I think this is the first spread that I've used them in. So definitely, I bought a ton of them, so they're definitely going to be in my regular rotation of like character stickers and doodles. And I think they're very, very beautiful, and I like the colorway that she has. And then that night, I also took a bath, and I had to have a quick chat with my daughter's teacher about something that had happened at school that day as well. But anyway, not a big deal. On Thursday, I took the kids to the playground while the cleaning people were doing the house, and then we went to Wendy's for lunch again because we really had enjoyed that the other day, and just got our chicken nuggets and a Frosty, super yummy. Anyway, and then I also just hung out in the office and just like tidied some stuff up, and just, I don't know, sometimes I just hang out in the office. I like my office space a lot, and just had like kind of a relaxing afternoon, and didn't really do anything specific. I think we keep running out of TV shows to watch. Like as soon as we watch one thing, and then there's like nothing to watch for a week, and then finally we find something else to watch, and then there's nothing to watch, and that's kind of the cycle we are on. So that did happen as well, and then when that does happen, I just kind of read at night or hang out in the office pretty much. Anyway, Friday was a super relaxing day. Oh no, I'm just like redoing Thursday afternoon again, working on the spacing there, and I just didn't have a lot to mark for Thursday. I just used like that little planner to that came with the kit to mark that hanging out in my office. Anyway, on Friday, it was a very relaxing and easy day. I listened to a bunch of podcasts. I did some house stuff and just kind of hung out and like tidied up. And then on Friday afternoon, my friend, who I hadn't seen in a really long time, came over. She was going to come for dinner and then just hung out that night. She was in town for something family related, but she doesn't usually live here. So anyway, so it was really super nice to see her. And then while she was here, also our new neighbors saw us playing outside and eating outside, and we're the new neighbors. They're not the new neighbors, if that makes sense. They came over since they saw us outside to say hi, and they saw the kids outside, and their kids are the same age as our older two. So that was really fun, and the kids were playing for a little while, and it was just a really nice outside night. And I used that Hello Petite paper wine cup because we were having some wine outside, and it was really, really just very, very fun, and so good to see someone that I haven't seen in such a long time that I usually like see a lot more, even though she doesn't live in the state, but it's like my best friend. Anyway, on Saturday, we packed up our stuff and then drove down to the beach. We went to the beach house, and we stayed there for about 5 seconds and put the kids in bathing suits and headed on over to the beach, which was super, super amazing. Sorry if you can hear some background noise today. I do have my windows open because it is so nice out. Anyway, I did a little bit of work while we were not while we were at the beach, but in the afternoon while the kids were napping. We got takeout from our favorite place at the beach, and then we just hung out and watched TV that night. We actually watched like the first few episodes of Girls 5 Eva because the beach house gets like Comcast, so you can get the Peacock shows for free or like included with the cable, and we don't have cable at home. So anyway, we were watching that. It was pretty funny. My husband didn't like it as much as I thought he would. 30 Rock is like his favorite show ever, so I thought he would enjoy it more, but he thought it was funny, but he still fell asleep. Anyway, on Sunday we went out for breakfast, and it was absolutely so fun. We sat outside on this place on the bay where you can like sit out on the water. It was really amazing. Like you don't have to go inside at all. And we just had a really yummy breakfast. We used to take the kids out to breakfast like seriously every single weekend. So that's definitely something that I missed. And it's been really, really fun getting to do that again. And then we went to the beach again. We had so much fun. My daughter made like a million friends. She's so social. Like not like me at all, and she was just like chatting up all the kids and everything and having a great time, and then we ordered lunch, which ended up taking forever, and we ended up leaving like an hour and a half after we meant to leave, but everyone fell asleep in the car, including my big kid who like never naps anyways. So I guess so it was like a downside but also an upside because we had better naps than we were expecting for the day. And then that afternoon and evening we just kind of did the Sunday usual, groceries, meal prep, get ready for the week, all that kind of good stuff, since it was back to school again on Monday. The kids do have like a couple more weeks of school left. I feel like on the East Coast that's normal, but like when we lived in Texas, I feel like they were already done school at this point and like would be getting ready for camp. But on the East Coast, like more like mid-June, and then they don't go back to school until after Labor Day. So yeah. Anyway, that is pretty much everything that happened this week. I am going to finish up with some washi to fill in the blank spaces, and obviously filling it out with this pen, which is this pen I actually got in from the PB sale. It was like the freebie in a rose-colored days order, and I actually love the way it writes. So I've been using that a lot more in my memory planner and also in my bullet journal, because it's just I just really like the way it writes. It's like a little bit bolder than like a 0.3 micron, but not as bold as a 0.5, if that makes sense. So maybe it's a 0.4. I don't know. It doesn't have any words on it, so I don't even know what brand it is, but I do really like the way it writes. It's very skinny too, and it's very comfortable to hold. And then, yeah, I am also using some foiled scripts this week, which I always love to do, and I'm going to use some really pretty like foiled deco as well, some of like my spring pieces from Honey Inked, just because it was still like, even though I used a very summery kit, obviously it was still spring, and there was also a lot of florals in this kit as well, so I thought it worked really well together. And yeah, this week was so amazing. It made me really happy for the summer and just everything, like just the warm weather and the beach, and I don't know, the kids being a little bit older, and just we had such a good time at the beach, and I can like foresee a day where I don't have to spend 100% of the time at the beach, like 100% watching the kids, if that makes sense, where like I will be able to read a book on the beach again. Maybe not this summer, but probably next summer, with the number of adults we have. But anyway, it's just like the kids are getting like a lot more self-sufficient, especially when they're in the beach. But I also really love playing with them and going in the ocean and all that. Not this weekend, because the water was way too cold for me, even though my daughter was absolutely feeling it so much. But yeah, anyway, that is pretty much everything, I think, except for not, because I still have to do like the washi and all of the deco, so oops. At some point this week, we also watched the first episode of Mayor of Easttown, which I do want to finish, but we haven't watched any more of. It's kind of an intense show, but I just have to say that the Philadelphia accents in that show just kind of make my life just so good, so good. And they like never, TV shows never do, or movies never do Philadelphia accents, so it's super fun to hear. Plus I read in like the local news here that like Kate Winslet is like obsessed with Wawa and like keeps eating Wawa hoagies and stuff, and just like that mental image is just really amazing, and I'm here for that fact. So anyway, now that is actually everything for this week.
Okay, that is everything all finished up. I love how this looks. It's so gorgeous. Let me show you what I have left from the kit really quick. I did use almost all of the functional stuff. I did use a lot of the layering pieces. I thought this was a really fun spread. A little bit different for me, but still, in my wheelhouse, but borderline out of it. But anyway, that is everything for this week. So if you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd love it if you'd subscribe and check me out on Instagram at mycraftyplans to keep up with everything going on in my planner. Bye.